Hey, what up, family? What's going on? It's Ty from No Picks Podcast.
Good evening, family. Joe, No Picks Podcast.
All right, so check this out. So we have a doozy for y'all today. All right, so there is a woman who identifies with the LGBTQIA community, and she's married to a husband that does not identify with the LGBTQIA community. So he identifies as straight, and she has some choice words for her husband. She's very offended that he doesn't identify with the alphabet community. So we're gonna play the video. It's probably confusing with how I'm describing it, right? We're gonna play the video, and you guys will understand exactly what I'm talking about after we hear a little bit from her or no them.
I don't know. They.
They.
All right.
All right.
Hey, so we're having a real debate right here. I am non-binary. I am a non-binary woman. I have a vagina owner. And my husband tells me consistently that he is a cis man that likes vagina. And that's how he identifies, as a straight cis man. I find it offensive that my husband sees himself as straight when he's married to someone who is non-binary. I'm not a woman, so you're not straight. You're actually queer. And he won't acknowledge that. He won't give me the acceptance of, yes, I understand we are a queer marriage and I am inherently queer because I am attracted to all vagina owners, not just girls.
Should I? Can we good?
I mean, all right, no. It's a couple seconds left. Play the rest because I think it'll give us a little bit
All
more.
right, just making sure. Hopefully, we won't get copyrighted because I wasn't sure. But this
Yeah.
is all right. Good lord! All right, let's clean this up. That's just for copyright purposes. Here we go.
He likes non-binary spectrum women, non-binary people, no gender, that have a vagina. He just likes vagina. He just does not like penis. So what he's saying is kind of an insult to the LGBT community, honestly. It is to me, that he's not willing to accept our marriage is queer because I'm non-binary and I'm pansexual. He would inherently be pansexual. Am I wrong? Because he likes anyone, not based on genitalia, but he likes them for who they are in the heart. And he likes vagina owners. So
Okay.
Oh God.
All right. So, all right. So my question to you, Joe, is, I guess the only question is, what is she talking about?
Bro, I'm still trying to figure this out. This is 2024, and we starting off on this bullshit, bro. Yo, where? Oh my goodness, bro. To think like what 30 maybe 40 years ago these conversations weren't even taking place, bro. Like, and now it's like mainstream. Now we're seeing this, like, and she's dead serious too. So
Yeah,
okay, so
1,000% serious. Yeah.
she's there's so much to unpack with this one. I mean, I don't even know like which point to start off at. Did you have any initial like reactions to this? Like,
So
yeah.
women are to her like. So the phrase is, this is the first time I ever heard this phrase, vagina owner.
Okay.
That's wild to me. Vagina owner is I guess like a simile for woman.
It's
Is
better
that,
than bleeders. Bleeders was pretty. I was like, I don't like that one.
I guess a vagina owner is a little
Yeah.
bit. So it's like you're upset with your husband, right? You're a non-binary woman, right?
Yeah.
Your husband is a cis man. You're a vagina owner. That equals heterosexual marriage.
Right.
Like, there's no other, like, how else can you identify? Like,
Yeah.
It's not a queer marriage because you are a non-binary woman who's a vagina owner, which equals a woman.
Yeah.
Your husband is a vagina lover, and he doesn't identify with any of that. He's just a cis man. He's only with you because you have a vagina and you have woman parts.
Right.
So it can only mean one thing. Your offense to him saying, hey, I'm not in a queer marriage because you're a woman and I'm a man, although you identify as non-binary, but you also have a vagina, you don't have a penis.
Right.
I don't care what you identify as. After we finish doing our thing, I'm going to go play video games anyway.
Right.
You can go on TikTok and say whatever you want to TikTok land, and I don't care. So he's getting what he wants. He's just letting you live in some kind of whatever fantasy you want to live in.
Right.
And I'll probably do the same thing if I'm being honest. Like, I'm like, okay, if this is so important to you, you want to die on this hill, cool, honey. Come in his bed. Let my non-binary penis go into your non-binary vagina.
Right.
And we take a nap, and I slap your non-binary butt cheeks, and you go make me a sandwich.
Shut the fuck, stupid.
I don't know, bro. Like
It's so funny because she's like offended. How dare, like, she's just so mad that she could potentially be in a heterosexual relationship. Like, the fact that she could be in a relationship that's like a straight relationship or perceived as one offends her. So you're offended that you could be possibly be seen as a straight couple. You know what I mean? Like, that makes her so upset. But it's like, why does that matter? Why does that matter?
Let me ask you a question, Joe. All right. All right, let me ask you, like, you're a smart man. So how much of this whole conversation, right? Not to say anything specific, right? But how much of this whole conversation kind of boils down to everybody wants to feel super unique and super special? Like that's a legit question I have for you. How much do you think this factors into that? Everybody thinks they're one of one. There's nobody that's ever been born that thinks like them. There's nobody that's ever been born that had their experience. There's nobody that's ever been born that, moves like them and has the same job and has the same worries and has the same concerns. Everybody wants to be one of one, regardless of your gender, regardless of your lot in life. And I think that's a relatively new concept, right? Yeah. Because before I give my opinion, what do you think? How much of this whole, we got to factor, I'm a pansexual, I'm a paint sexual, or I'm a TV sexual, or I'm a this sexual. Bro, I heard so many blank sexual phrases in the past 2 years, and I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? This doesn't make any sense.
What are you talking exactly? And some shorties, it's funny. It's interesting because for men, okay, I can't speak for all men, but I'm going to say for men who would identify as like heterosexual, right? Or heteronormative. For men who are like super straight, like men who also would not men who date trans women, men who only date biological women. Like, that's for these men, right? The sexuality, not for everyone, but all right, let me just get it out here. So we don't really care. If a chick is bi, we'd be like, oh, cool. So you like girls? Shit, me too.
Nobody cares.
I'm cool. I mean, like, you like chicks, that's fine. I don't look at it's not like taking away from your femininity or how I view you or how attractive I find you. Right. That's dope. It might even work in my favor. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that for us has never been like a deal breaker. So for men, you could entertain something like, if she's fine and she's non-binary, if she's fine as shit and she's pansexual, if she's fine as shit and she's bi, I don't care. I just want the cheeks. I'm just trying to dig in them guts, regardless of how you identify. I find you attractive. You have a vagina. I want to have. It doesn't matter to us. So he probably went along because he he was clearly attracted to her. Was enough to he wifed her up, but he was just like, she's got a vagina. I'm attracted to her. That's all I need to know. I don't care if you're binary. I know what I like. This is where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just feel like, man,
bro, she identifies herself as a non-binary spectrum woman. What are you talking about?
I don't even know what that is. Is that another letter to the HD 4K LG TV thing? Like, is
No,
that like another alpha? Like,
I think that's more well known. But bro, like, all right. What I don't get is, like I said,
a spectrum woman.
a spectrum woman,
So what spectrum? A spectrum of sexuality? Is you saying she's gender fluid?
because she has a vagina, so she's non-binary.
Oh my
And
god.
she's on a spectrum, right? Which means she's on the
Yeah.
LGBTQ, I guess, whatever. And
Yeah.
she's a woman or a vagina owner. But you don't have to be a vagina owner to be a woman.
Right. Why is it offensive? That's what I don't get. Wow. Because she asked a question to the community, like, don't you guys think this is offensive? Like, tell me what you think. Like, why do you think it like so clear? Why would it be offensive that your husband says he just likes anything with a vagina?
I
Why?
think it's offensive because she wants to be special, and her husband is probably playing Fortnite or watching the game, or you know what I mean, we're playing bowling or whatever he's doing, and he's like, "Honey, I'm not going along with this delusion." And I think that's she needs everybody around her to kind of be like, "Listen, I agree with this delusion.
Right.
We're here. We're here together. We're gonna face the world." Her husband's probably like, "Listen, I'm gonna chill here. When you leave and go to Walmart, I'm gonna go on Pornhub. I'm gonna whip out the Vaseline, and not gonna watch I'm not gonna watch non-binary
Right.
spectrum woman.
Right.
I'm gonna go to
Yeah. I don't. She's tripping, bro. She is tripping, and it's like, you ever met those people who are like, I don't know, I don't know which letter they are, but people who like make fun of people who are straight, or like have like funny stereotypes or like disrespectful stereotypes for people who are heterosexual, like, you know, and people who just like get mad at people for being straight. But it's like,
yeah.
motherfucker, I'm like the majority of the population of the world. Like, you're the minority. How you mad at me? And like, most of the world consists of people like me who are, you know what I mean, heteronormative or heterosexual, whatever the term is. Like,
What's that term? A contrarian.
yeah,
Contrarian is like I'm hoping I'm getting a phrase right, because if not, I'm like a dumbass. But
no,
like it's a phrase to where like people always want to like rage against the machine. They
yeah,
always want to like whatever the normal thing is. They're like, oh, we like so say everybody likes Endgame, Marvel's Endgame, right? 1 and 2, and
yeah,
you're the only person that you know of. Like everybody that you know loves Endgame, and you
right,
can mean that you know what Endgame was awful. It was a horrible piece of cinema, and I'm like, nigga, you only saying that because everybody else loves it. Like
right,
there are certain
right.
people
Oh,
who
I
like
see what you mean.
like
Yeah,
they just gotta go
yeah,
against the grain, right? They just have
yeah.
to, because like that just makes them like worse.
That makes sense. Yeah,
Right? So if everybody's like, yo, Obama was like the most awesome president ever, there has to be somebody that's like, yo, he's actually the worst president ever born in American history. He's a goddamn
right.
scumbag, and actually, he was a fascist. Like those people,
Yeah,
they have a lot of value in their history, because they're like, everybody likes this thing, but I'm the opposite. So I'm super cool because I'm the outlier, right? Like I'm
right,
the one that's like, okay, cool. Just like when rock and roll came, or when rap first came out, you know, like the whole world, you know, took to Elvis. The whole world took to all these, you know, all these rock and roll dudes, because everybody was, you know, singing, you know, doo wop, doo wop, doo wop, doo wop, doo wop, and
right,
and Elvis came out doing some like on some other stuff, and like, you know, the Beach Boys came out doing some other stuff, and then you know, and like,
yeah,
so you mean so that like became American culture, right? It became like,
right,
damn, like the outside culture. So it's like, so now people got to do other stuff. So people,
yeah,
you have to have a group of people that like rage, that have to like go against the grain, to be like, look, listen, everybody thinks that rap is cool. Everybody thinks that being lyrical is cool. I'm gonna just put out trap music and just say a bunch of nonsense and just say gah 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 gah,
yeah,
and that's cool now, because it's so like now today in rap, Joe, you could attest to this, because rap sucks today. Rap today, being not lyrical is cool.
right,
Saying nonsense and just being like having a cool dope ass beat is the
right.
cool thing to do. Because before, when you and I were coming up, being lyrical was like the thing. You'd be like, damn, like
All
I would
right.
never say what this dude said in a
We from
thousand
Philly.
years.
We had Cass. We had Beans. We had so many people who were lyrical. You know what I
Right?
mean?
You had
Like,
Eminem. You had like all the dudes that made it mainstream were lyrical. They had you could read their lyrics on the paper and be like, okay, this is talent. Now you read lyrics on the paper, you be like, what
It's
is this?
horrible.
Go to
Gucci
another
gang, Gucci
band
gang,
though.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang,
It's the
Gucci
same
gang.
thing over like you be like,
Remember that? Oh Lord. All right. Well, okay. So this is interesting, right? This topic is interesting too because we reacted to a couple like short clips on our page about men who are in relationships with trans women, but they don't identify as gay or homosexual,
right,
and they've been on people's podcasts talking about these topics, and
right,
that's another
right,
thing that's happening now, where it's like now we're trying to say that if you're a man and you're heterosexual and you're in a relationship with trans women, that you're not gay.
right.
So there's no term, and I think this is what that woman was saying is like, so wouldn't he be queer? And in
Right.
my mind, I'm like, well, that's a valid point, but the thing is, you're not a trans woman. So I think you know what I mean? You are still a biological woman. You have a vagina. So no, it's not the same thing. It's
You're a
not
trans woman to you. You're a trans woman
right.
to you. To your husband, he's like, listen, whatever social cause you want to champion, that's
Yeah,
on you. I don't care. After you leave my bedroom and you make me a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, I don't care what you're talking about. I'm gonna go to work.
right.
I'm gonna go put my hard hat on. Whatever. Like you do whatever you want
Yeah,
to do, sis. Like he
this
don't
is
care.
interesting. This is so interesting.
But
Yeah,
no, let me
yeah,
say this. All right, with the whole thing you mentioned, with the couple shorts we put up,
yeah.
if you're a man and you're with a trans woman in any capacity, and you knew she was a trans woman and she was born a biological male, Joe, what do you say? What's your sexual orientation?
I would. So I would say that man is gay. I don't mean that jokingly. I would really be like, oh, he's gay. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you.
I would agree with you. He's gay, but like,
I would,
what's
yeah,
so bad about admitting that you're gay? Like, if it's not a big deal, and words are just words, and words are just fluff, they don't matter what they mean.
yeah.
Why not just say you're gay? I guess gay is just another word too.
It's so it's so weird, right? Because let's say if there's a trans man who realizes when he starts dating that he's sexually attracted to men, is that trans man gay for being sexually attracted and aroused by men?
He was born a woman.
Right, but now he identifies as a man, but now he likes
No, he's straight.
men.
He's straight individual.
So you would say that's straight,
He's straight. You're straight.
but he's trans. He's a trans man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, unless you have, well, you can't have a penis because even if
I
so,
mean, you could get the surgery, but no, I'm not saying this is no surgery, but just like a trans man who realizes, oh, I'm actually sexually attracted to men.
no,
Is
you're
that trans man now a gay trans man? Is that a
no.
thing?
And in the back in the day, they would say, "Hey, you're a tomboy."
Right, right.
Now it's like some weird kind of.
But stuff like that is confusing too, because by her logic, like it opens to situations like that. Like, so is that a gay trans man? Sounds kind of redundant, no? Like, or like,
No,
I, I, I,
you're doing what your biological imperative is.
but he's a man.
You're not a man. You're born a woman. If you're okay.
Okay, all right. So these, I don't think it's offensive. I think she's tripping. I don't even know why a boy would have married her in the first place. Honestly, like knowing that she was like this, bro.
1,000% been a side chick for 20 years. You would have 1,000% been somebody I just can't. I mean, I imagine that he didn't have that many options. So he's just like whatever delusion you want to live in. Like you're
Because
crazy.
she's a feminist probably too. She's a feminist. She's all these like radical, liberal, lefty type. Like
I think the
she's probably
bottom
all of
line,
that, a mix.
not we all, because I think I'm just a regular dude. I think most people today want to feel special. They're super unique. There's nobody that's ever existed like them in the whole fucking world. So they're like, hey, I'm this super different person. I'm a sexual XYZ asexual.
Yeah.
And I'm just so different than anybody else that's ever existed. And no one can understand where I'm coming from. That's what I think
Yeah.
the bottom line.
Yeah, I just, man, I don't know if you saw it, but I finally got a chance to see The Dreamers. I think it was called the latest Dave Chappelle Netflix special.
I didn't
I
see
saw
that.
it a few nights ago with my wife, and it was good. But of course, Dave, he pokes fun at the trans community. He makes his trans jokes. He doesn't stop. And
Right.
like they've tried to cancel him, they can't. But it's I yeah I don't know, man. We live in such I don't know what to say, bro. Like when I think about where we are now, I'm just like we live in such interesting times. I don't know how it's going to progress. I don't know where we go from here, but stuff like this video that we reacted to, I feel like it's just ridiculous. Like if these are the things that some of you guys want to fight for
Right.
or make go viral, or these are the types of questions that you have to sort out or issues that you have, it just looks ridiculous, bro. It looks ridiculous. I'm sorry. Like it ain't a good look.
Thousand
Um,
percent. 1000%.
it ain't a good look. So anyway, do you have anything else that you want to say about this woman's reaction?
No,
Because
I
this
think I
was
did
this
enough.
was a doozy, and this conversation is always controversial one.
I think I did enough to get canceled today. So I
Oh Lord, I hope not. Don't get us cancer, family. We're just trying to have a conversation about. We're trying to understand. We're just two straight men. What do we know? All right. Well, in that case,
but
engage.
wait.
Oh, oh,
We're Democrats though, so keep that in mind.
oh yeah, but
We're
we're
registered
Democratic
Democrats.
voters.
Don't cancel us. We just got questions, I guess, that can never be answered ever because you can't answer them either. So
Like, yeah. So yeah, and also, oh, last thing for women who talking about if for women for the if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But how dare some of y'all women try to define what a real man is, what a high value man is, when y'all can't even answer the question, what is a woman? Shut your goofy asses up. If you can't answer the question, what is a woman, don't tell me what the hell a real man is. Do not. I'm sorry. If you're one of those women, do not tell me what a real man is if you can't answer what is a woman. No.
no,
Like, subscribe, share,
no.
engage. We want to try to engage. Let me know what you guys think. And then with that said, until next time, y'all be
Next
safe.
time.